my friends, thank you so much for stopping on by, returning if it's not your first time, or just taking a gander, taking a look if it is. I appreciate you coming on in. As today, let's listen. Esther Phillips. I can't say that I've heard of Miss Phillips, but we're going to listen to the first track off of her album, From a Whisper to a Scream, which was released in 1971. That first track being Home is Where the Hatred Is. A strong title for the track here. We're giving this a listen because this was suggested and sponsored by Harry. Harry, thank you so much. I appreciate the suggestion. I appreciate the support as well. Thank you for that. Like I said, I can't say that I've heard of Miss Phillips, but I'm very interested, very curious to hear a little bit from her. I don't think that this is necessarily in the same genre, but I've been listening to a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot, I've been listening to some older jazz and jazz funk related music. I discovered kind of two cool albums this week. I listened to Astral Signal by Gene Harris and then Annette Peacock with The Perfect Release. I never heard of either of them before, but I don't know what Miss Phillips is going to sound like, but Annette Peacock with The Perfect Release. Give the track Solar System a listen. I'm giving you a recommendation. You guys always give me recommendations. I'm giving you one. The track Solar System was really good. I'll play you a snippet. Of course, I go to like the major musical snippet. Let me. I spoiled that. There you go.
I call it interdependent relationship.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Come back and let me know what you thought. But for now, let's go ahead and give it a listen to Miss Phillips. Here we go.
Junkie walking through the twilight. I'm on my way home. I left 3 days ago, but no one seems to know I'm gone. Home is where the hatred is. Home is filled with pain, and it may not be such a bad idea if I never went home again. Stand as far away from me as you can and ask me why. Hang on to your rosary beads, close your eyes and watch me die. You keep saying kick it, quit it, Lord, but did you ever try to turn your sick soul inside out so that the world can watch you die? Home is where I live inside white powder dreams.
Love that guitar.
Home was once an empty vacuum that's filled now with my silent screams. Home is where the needle marks try to heal my broken heart.
Powerful song.
It might not be such a bad idea if I never went home.
Wow.
Stand as far away from me as you can and ask me why. Hang on to your rosary beads, close your eyes, watch me die. You keep saying kick it, quit it, Lord, but did you ever try to turn your sick soul inside out so that the world can watch you die, can watch you die, watch you die, watch you die, You say kick it, you keep saying quit it. Did you ever try? Mhm. Turn your sick soul inside out so the world can watch you die.
Wow. Wow. What a whew. So I love the approach that this song takes to drug abuse and addiction. I love the message. I love how she says, "Oh, how the empathy and the feeling walking in my shoes." I like how she puts herself in those shoes, whether she's lived it or not. But like thematically, very, very powerful. And the music so good, so funky behind it. Of course, the guitar has that funky psychedelic tone to it. The sax riffs at certain moments, especially halfway through, that kind of exasperates the points and kind of adds a depth to it, and to her vocal performance at that particular moment when the sax leads off of it, which is very powerful indeed. The the drumming, I like how in the second verse you hear the drumming pick up just a little bit more. And along with that picking up, Miss Esther's voice also begins to pick up in a little bit of this frustration. And not a frustration with herself, but a frustration with others and how they view her, perhaps, in this song. And musically, this is a tight knit smorgasbord to listen to with a lot of variety, a lot of different sounds in here to kind of pick apart and dive into the way the bass is playing. It all moves in that very particular 70s funk soul kind of groove. But the way that she maneuvers around it and the music plays with her, the sharpness of the strings and the dramatic way that those cut in, it makes this a very powerful affair from beginning to end. You have a lot of fantastic musicians here on the album. You want to see some of them? Bernard Purdy, he's everywhere. Ayrton Moreira. You have a lot of musicians here. And of course, there's some names that maybe I don't recognize right off the top of my head or initially, but man, this is a star-studded one. And I think that they all just bring this wonderful sound to this beautiful, touching, but strongly worded song. I want to go over the lyrics because I think that these are incredibly powerful. A junkie walking through the twilight. The first line, I think she's talking about someone. Then she immediately follows it up with, I'm on my way home. I still think she's talking about someone else, and she's perhaps crossing paths with this person. However, as we go on, she is the person. I left 3 days ago, but no one seems to know I'm gone. Home is where the hatred is. Home is filled with pain. And it might not be such a bad idea if I never went home again. She's out, perhaps a little strung out, thinking maybe it's better if I just never went home. Perhaps even thinking further than that. Perhaps it's better if I'm just not here. However, the track title, and of course in the lines, home is where the hatred is. Is there I think there's more than a hint. There's perhaps a reason why she turned to drugs and became a junkie. Stand as far away from me as you can and ask me why. Hang on to your rosary beads, close your eyes, and watch me die. That is a powerful statement. Almost telling us as the audience, passing a junkie in the street through twilight, you're going to probably, watch them. You're going to probably maybe avoid them a little bit. And she says, perhaps to us as the audience, stay far away from me. Hang on to your rosary beads, close your eyes, and watch me die. I think that's such a powerful statement. You keep saying, kick it, quit it. Like, you keep telling me to kick the habit and quit doing it. She says, Lord, did you ever try to turn your sick soul inside out? Have you ever tried to do that, to just totally, completely reverse your whole self? That you're sick, but to turn yourself inside out so that the world can watch you die. So that either way, they watch you die. Home is where I live inside white powder dreams. Home was once an empty vacuum that's filled now with my silent screams. Home is where the needle marks try to heal my broken heart. It might not be such a bad idea if I never went home again. This is powerful. I like how she defines home in a certain way. Because first, of course, I think of a house and literally where you live, your home, but that place is filled with hatred and pain. So she chooses a new home where she lives inside white powder dreams, little cocaine. Home was once an empty vacuum, but now it's filled with my silent screams. Home is where the needle marks are, trying to heal my broken heart. Then she repeats that outro. This is a really, really powerful track. And the music is sensational. I'm going to pull it up here again real quick.
Home was once an empty vacuum.
She sings it with such grace.
With my silent screams.
But there's those moments where she pushes that pain through just a little bit so that you feel it.
Kick it, quit it, Lord, but did you ever try?
I love that direct kick it, quit it, how the drums back her up so nicely there. This is a fantastic one. This is a really, really great one. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hope that you enjoyed it. Harry, great recommendation. Fantastic one. Appreciate the request and the support. Hope you all have a fantastic one out there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to check out Annette Coleman. And I'll see you all later.